Hey everybody, welcome to Dad Challenge Podcast. Happy Saturday. I rarely do a Saturday video, but I had to do the follow-up to the Kyra video because she's teaching us to co-parent and we really need it. Like, I think a lot of us just don't know what we're doing. And so we need somebody like Kyra to come along and teach us what to do and how to be people that are good. Just kidding. We're just gonna make fun of her. So let's get to it. So we left off with her just basically throwing Oscar under the bus. This actually triggered a lot of other creators to come out and TikTok and stuff and just call her out completely. Like, she wears her heart on her sleeve, obviously, because that's who she is. And she's doing that here. She's only doing a video like this because Oscar's coming out as happy. And she doesn't like that. She's like, oh yeah, there's no way that Addie will ever discipline my child. F off. Okay, Kyra? F off. So, spare me. So I didn't want to like lose anything. I didn't want to miss anything. So I said do part 2. So here we go. Let's continue.
He is 6 and is getting held back. I tried to help when I'm around, but his mom doesn't try to find him tutors or therapists and blames it on us. This is actually, I hope I'm not like oversharing.
You're oversharing. You already overshared. What do you mean oversharing? Your literal life is oversharing. We know that you have a drawer full of sex toys. Okay. We know you've been to Vegas. I know she didn't share that with us, but it was shared, right? Your whole world is overshared, Kyra. We've seen your boobs on YouTube, okay? Get wrecked.
X, Y, and Z, and he's like, I don't think...
Everybody oversharing in the chat here, like, and then he has the nerve to still threaten to take her away from me 17 years. 17 years later, so it sounds like your daughter is 17 and he's going to take away your almost adult from you? Come on. Again, trash attracts trash.
I think that's necessary. Like, who cares? They're little anyways, kind of.
Anyways.
That's the way that I take it, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it. And then he's like, well, I'm, like, not.
What are you saying? I hate when she does these things where she's actively trying her brain to work to say things so she doesn't say it wrong, but then says it wrong anyway, or says nothing while trying to attempt to say something. Nothing she just said, no coherent words or thoughts came out of that face hole, not one. It's like, think, thing, stuff, brown, tennis racket.
It's hard to say without saying, you know?
Then don't say anything, butthole.
But basically, I get that. And so, in my situation, even with sports, like, he could care less about them. He doesn't think they're that important. He doesn't really want them in any...
Why are you saying all this? What are you, like, she's like, yeah, just for sports, like, Oscar doesn't want, he hates them, he hates it, shouldn't it? Are you sure? Like, I don't believe you.
Like, he thinks it's unnecessary, all the things.
What? Oscar literally lives on the edge of life doing X Games and craziness and biking and motorbeeling, like motorcycles and like dirt bikes and all this stuff. Like, he doesn't believe his kid should be in sport. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Obviously, probably a strong way to put it. So I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just saying my side of the co-parenting.
Maybe you shouldn't have done this because who cares about your side of co-parenting? You suck. We all know you suck. And she, like, I don't think she understands when she does these videos. It makes her look way worse. I think she thinks she gets off these lives like, yeah, I really killed that one. Like, totally think everybody's on my side now. No, you probably alienated more people.
To help give advice here, I have to just do what I can do in
whose hand bends that way?
So I would just say try to schedule that help and those things in the time that you have them, because that's all you can do. And I know that's not the most helpful answer.
That wasn't you're right. That wasn't helpful in any way whatsoever. You took 10 minutes to be like, hey, you know what? If you do need the extra help, schedule it when they're with you. Okay, thanks, tips. Was I going to schedule this help when they weren't with me? What kind of response is that? And she wants to be a teacher?
Sure, but sometimes just realizing, like, okay, this is what I have to do.
Ouch.
Can help. I'm, like, not burping, but...
You're burping, and it's gross. How do you poop in that onesie? Nobody's answered me. How do you poop in a onesie? Answer me in the comments below. I want to know what you do. And if you have to take it off to poop in a mall or something, like, Are you ashamed? Is there like a dignity thing? Like, what are you doing in there? You're like, I'm literally naked in a mall pooping. Is that the thing? I feel like the vulnerability would be high, you know?
No, does it disappoint you that their dad has switched to 50-50 to only once a week? Even if you prefer it that way, does it disappoint you?
No. Kyra's planning this. This is smart for Kyra. Especially if she hates Oscar and she doesn't want him to be happy. Like, she will dig in. Like, she's going to alienate these children. And she wants this and Oscar's stupid for doing it. Like, I can't believe it. It's so mind-blowing because we know that Oscar loves his children. But I think it's just he didn't want to live in that part of town or something, and he had no choice. He's like, look, my career's over here. I have to go do my real estate. This is where it all is. I can't. Like, she was like, you need to live near me or give me the custody of the kids. That's basically what happened. Kyra's like, still making all the decisions. I know people are like, well, Oscar's got a girlfriend now, and maybe he's not letting Kyra run the show. Kyra's run the show, okay? She's still running the show. You can literally hear her brain rubbing the two brain cells together to come up with an answer. It's like, get help when your kids are with you.
Of course it does.
I don't even know what the question was anymore. That's how long she took to answer it.
Very much tried to encourage
yeah? Could you imagine having a conversation with this person in real life?
Schedule, but I also do understand and I try to understand.
Oh my
I try
gosh.
to consider other people have different needs and goals and priorities and
like a job, career. Is that what you meant to say? Like, I understand Oscar doesn't want to be on YouTube anymore. He doesn't care about that stuff, and his goals have changed. Like, you know, getting into the real world, working for his money. Yeah, that. Okay.
All the things, right? And so I can only...
The reason why she's having such a hard time answering these questions is because she doesn't actually want to put him in a good light. That's exactly what she's trying to. She's trying to be like center, I guess, but at the same time, she doesn't want to say like he's pursuing his career, he's doing this stuff, but she doesn't want to say that either. She wants to low level throw shade, but not enough shade that it looks like she's on purposely doing it.
What I can control and what I can control is how much I have them, and...
No, you can't control that. And again, she can sort of, but you know, that's what she's saying. I can control how much I have them. That shouldn't be the case. It should be a 50-50 arrangement. Oscar, I cannot believe you're letting her do this.
What I do with them in that time. So it can be frustrating. To me, the changing is what is hard for me and what's frustrating. Because then I get concerned for the kids, and it's no longer about my ego.
What do you mean concern for the kids for changing? Kyra, I don't know if you knew this. Bring it on in here. I don't know if you knew. Bring it in closer. A little closer. A little closer. Yeah. You did this!
Oh, and all that, right? It's like, okay. No. Like, let's pick and stick.
Is that what you and Preston do? Fart, pick, and stick?
This is a really good question. Going back to, does it make it easier knowing that Addie is a mom, or does it make it harder? Look
at this. Bria writes this, says, I would be frustrated that he had time to find a girlfriend, but doesn't give that time to the kids. Bria, kiss everybody's ass. Are you serious right now? You can't see that Kyra here is doing this on purpose? Right? Now, Oscar, I do, like, this is the one thing I will agree with most people on. Oscar needs to try harder and do better. Because we know he loves his kids, but he needs to prove it. And not just, like, get them on the weekends. But, again, I understand why he does it. The only reason that makes any sense, again, is that he doesn't live close enough where they can catch a bus to their school. That's the only thing that doesn't make sense here. Right? And they can't just get, you know, if he lived across the street, it's different, right? If he lived down the street or he lived in the same school district, that's probably exactly what's happening right now. And Kyra's like, look, I'm moving here and there's nothing you could do about it. And he had no say. Right? He wants to move to California. That's not going to happen. So I hope that what happens here next is that, like, he should likely get them, like, every weekend is what he should be doing. Because that's halftime, even if it's, like, you know, during the school week. It should be every weekend with dad. And in the summers, it should be then 50-50, right? If it's 7 days, it's 3.5 days each. That's what it should be. Hopefully it is.
That she's a mom, because I feel like then she's a mom. She understands the severity of being a parent.
Listen to this. He's lucky that you're so flexible and respectful. You think this video is respectful? You think this is, you, like, again, if you're paying to hear Kyra talk out of her forehead, then I guess that's the type of person you are.
And that
makes sense.
You know, I feel like if somebody gets in a relationship with a kid, they're like, oh, fun, whatever. And it's like, no, if you're getting in a relationship with somebody with a child, you need to, like, really be in it for the long run and see a lot of potential, because obviously that serious. So I do really like that. But initially, before I knew her, it made it a little bit scary in the sense that not only is a woman coming into my kid's life, but another child, you know, and like...
F off. You literally brought the nanny's husband into your marital bed and they sleep in the same bed. So, okay. Stop saying things.
Is that child nice? Are they well behaved? Like all the things. I mean,
Excuse me? Are you literally just saying that is Addie's child nice? Is they like, it's a toddler, isn't it? It's not like an older child, is it? Like, what do you mean, is it nice? F off, Kyra, who cares? Like, I mean, is it nice? Oh my gosh, is she crazy?
Kids are naughty too, like normal behavior. But just those questions arised, obviously. But
they arised? Did they? They arised, did.
It definitely overall made me...
And she wants to be a teacher.
Happier.
I can't believe she just said that. She just said that on her live. She just said, with her words, is this kid going to be... Like, F off, Kyra. F off. I think the most frustrating part is that Kyra gets dogged on so much and does so much so the kids have everything they ever need, except for apple juice. You know, proper schooling, things like that. You know, because Kyra needs to get boobs and go on vacations instead. So, clearly these people don't watch her. I hate this comment. You always see this comment across all family vlogger channels. Like, they're happy and fed. They get everything they need. Do they? What about their privacy? What about their dignity? What about their futures? Yeah? Did they get everything they need? And these people think that getting everything they need is like buying a bunch of junk food and like, you know, taking them to Disney and filming it. That's not everything these children need, okay? They need love. They need stability. They need parents who love them. They don't need selfish a-holes like this sitting on a live, throwing their dad under the bus on a live. So get wrecked.
Sometimes you guys try to get me in trouble.
Yeah, because she wants to agree with what these people are saying because they're all pissed at Oscar right now, right? And she's like, you guys are trying to bait me into getting pissed at Oscar. We know you are. You've said it in the video. You low-level shaded, and this whole video is low-level shading Oscar and his new girlfriend. And it's crazy. Kyra, you're the one you are the perpetrator of all of this, okay? Oscar's not at fault for any of this, by the way. Oscar didn't want it. He absolutely didn't want it. You likely cheated on him with the nanny's husband. And then now you're literally going to marry that guy. You can't make it up, man. And this whole video, because now he's finally happy, you got to make a video and throw shade. I hope he doesn't watch this stuff. I hope Addie doesn't watch this stuff. I hope they just completely ignore you and go on with their normal lives.
He's lucky that you're so flexible and respectful. I do really try. That is something I actually pat myself on the back for because...
I'm so good at things. Pat me in the back. Like, pat me in the back.
It hasn't been easy to do that. There's been times where, again, I've wanted my ego, and selfishly I've wanted to... Even a lot of people in my personal life are like, oh my gosh.
You have nobody in your personal life, so... You mean Preston? Is that what you mean?
Can't even watch this any longer. Right? Like, any side that you're on, I'm sure that his family probably says things like that about me, even though, like,
Preston's family says things like that about you, too, so... All the families are against you.
Family and I don't have any issues. Like, that's just natural. That happens. But I've always stuck to my guns of, like, it's about the kids. It's about the kids. I have goggles.
Is what you're doing, Kyra, is this about the kids? For real? Did you say that? This is about the kids. All the things you do. No. And you admitted this yourself multiple times. It's all about you and finding you and being about me. And I don't want fiance on my video because it's my video. It's about me. Me, I. Don't get out of here. It's like 100 times I've said, it's all about you.
And they're only focused.
Where did the comments go? Wow, where did all the comments go?
This is a really good comment. I will answer this. I think the most frustrating part is that Kyra gets dogged on so much and does so much for the kids. Okay, wait. I think the most frustrating part is that Kyra gets dogged on for so much and does so much so the kids have everything that they need. Yes, that part can be very frustrating.
No. Kyra gets dogged on because she stole her nanny's husband, not because she neglects her children, which probably happens. But that's not what she gets dogged on for. She gets dogged on for because she broke code here. She literally threw her family under the bus, which is not good for your children, by the way, for taint zits. That's what she did. It's literally what she did. That's what she's getting dogged on for. So you're like, okay, well, because she gives her kids a good life, who cares if she ruined other people's marriages and her whole family? Like, at least her kids get stuff, right? Like, they're so taken care of.
Frustrating for me. That's where sometimes
Wow.
I take my goggles off and cause a fight, because
I thought you didn't. How many times is Kyra, in the span of like 45 to 60 seconds, completely contradicted the thing that she just said? Like, I always put my goggles on to my kids and I don't want to start a fight, and I'll do the thing that doesn't start a fight. But, you know, sometimes I take those goggles off and I start a fight. So, which one is it?
sometimes I think so many things are allowed for. I'm trying to think of how to word this.
Allowed for is not how you word it, though. I'm trying to think what things are allowed for. What?
Because I don't really talk about it, because I don't want to allow myself.
You don't talk about it. Oh, yeah, I beg to differ. We've seen you talk about it multiple times.
To get frustrated. But, you know, sometimes it is so bothersome that I'm being constantly shit on and destroyed and like...
Well, you are farted on. It's about the same thing, so... I mean, we're just adding to it. It's still stinky.
I'm the worst person in the world, and don't get me wrong, like I always say, I've made mistakes. There's a lot of things I would...
You're not the worst person in the world, but you're the worst person in this situation.
Change. But I have really over
cheated on Oscar.
the top done and been there for him in ways that like you guys have never.
Are you serious right now? Did you just say that? This is so crazy. I have seriously, like I can't even put any more seriouslys in there, have been there for Oscar, the man I cheated on and then threw away so I could get my nanny's husband. Did you just say that, Kyra? Again, that's why I think it keeps coming back that she's a pathological liar. That's the only thing that makes any sense. That's the only thing that makes sense here.
Seen and have never heard since we've separated. Like I've really gone above and beyond, and then not to mention I have been trying.
You've gone above and beyond. If you mean your relationship, yes, you have gone above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? She is so deluded. It is crazy that people like this exist in the world. That's classic narcissism, everybody. Gaslighting. Everything going on right here is typical, is such crazy gaslighting, narcissistic, abusive behavior. Like she is mentally, and she abuses everything about this. She's an abuser. I'm sorry, there's no way to put this. She honestly thinks she's a good person right now. She thinks it's because, what? Because she allows Oscar to go get his career and everything else. She takes kids for more or something like that. That she's like a good person. But again, she moved. She didn't ask Oscar's permission. She didn't make any plans with Oscar. She did what she wanted to do. Like she always has. Okay? So
so hard to change and be the best version of myself and learn so much and be there for my kids in the best
version of yourself. Kyra used to have actual fans. You know that, right? People used to like her. OK Baby had a lot of fans and like, we love Kyra. And now it speaks volumes when her true colors come out, who she really is. She has no fans except for these 60 people in the chat that pay $5 to hear her speak. And that's craziness.
High quality mom way, and like then I get online and I'm still the worst person ever, and
you are
I have to remind myself it's the internet, who cares?
You do. It's how you make your money. So.
Sometimes that's frustrating, is it's like, okay,
what the heck was that?
So, and like let's eliminate Oscar for a second.
Let's eliminate Oscar? Okay.
So the dad can do whatever, and he's still just like up here.
What do you mean? What are you saying? You're like, let's eliminate Oscar, but then let's talk about Oscar. She's like, let's eliminate the dad. Let's eliminate Oscar here. Okay. But okay, so the dad can do whatever he wants. You mean Oscar? Is that what you're saying? That's what she's saying right now. No, the dad can't do whatever he wants. But
because I'm all the way down there, even though I, just like mathematically.
No, your math ain't mathin'. No. Finish your sentence. She's like, so the dad, this is what she just said. Just so you guys are aware. Let's recap it. Okay, so the dad can do whatever he wants, and I'm all the way down here, and the math ain't mathin'. That's what she just said. Kyra, listen up here. There, forehead. You cheated on Oscar. You threw your family away for your nanny's husband. How many times do we have to say this? Are you okay? Do you got that now?
It doesn't add up, and that grinds my gears sometimes. That gets the best of me. That's...
What? You didn't say anything with substance. What grinds your gears? That Oscar gets to do whatever he wants and you're down here? What? How does that make any sense, what you just said? Are you trying to say that Oscar gets to be the cool dad, take the kids on cool stuff, and you get to be the disciplinarian? Then say those words, okay? Because you didn't say anything there. And if you didn't want this life, why'd you choose it? That's crazy to me.
That upsets me. But again, it's what's best for the kids. I can't keep...
Is this what's best for... Are you seriously saying that the way that you're living is what's best for your children? I can't
care or worry about what the internet thinks, or
you do care
if he's going to defend me or not, or like all those things, you know, because whatever.
Because whatever, you know?
I have my relationship with you guys who genuinely, truly care about me.
I thought the internet didn't matter, and these people genuinely don't care about you. They don't know you, okay? You just said it doesn't matter, but these people matter. The only opinion that matters to me is of those people who agree with me. That sounds normal. That sounds narcissistic, doesn't it?
My relationship with my kids, who I love and will forever give them all that I have.
Except for apple juice. If you know, you know. You will not give your kids all you have. You took them out of school because you can afford it, but then got $15,000 breast implants, vacations with buying vehicles. You stop lying, okay? Everything you have except for, you know, a healthy relationship with their father. That? Okay.
You guys are killing me.
Oh, I can't read the comments.
I still get so many questions about me having another baby and like, aren't I supposed to die if I do? I realized me saying that.
You did videos on it.
Probably gonna make some of you guys ask that question. I have addressed that.
You have not addressed it. You made multiple videos before saying doctors said you can't have children and it's very dangerous for you to have children. And you can't. And then now you're like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So I guess you addressed it as in like, I don't care if I die. Maybe that's what she meant to say. I addressed that. I don't care if I die.
Oh, okay. Volley like 100 times and I still get questions every day.
Because you didn't answer the question. You didn't answer it properly. Like, you don't give a proper answer. You give your weirdo space suit answers.
So I think I need to make like a whole YouTube video that I can just link every time.
Yeah, sure. So answer the question.
Okay. Staying in your own lane. This is good advice. I kind of went over this already, but definitely that's you just have to do. You have to.
Do you have to stay in your own lane, Kyra? Irony of this video. Literally telling Oscar, your girlfriend can't do this, and you're bad like this, and then you're like, stay in your own lane. This is your advice after you didn't stay in your own lane for the entire video. You cannot make this up. This person is so obtuse. They are so confused. I don't even understand Kyra sometimes. She just made a video not being in her own lane. Literally. And now she's like, here's their advice for y'all. Stay in your lane. Okay, got it.
Like,
got it.
Yes, of course, your children's safety is a concern. That's different. But, and not just like your mom worry safety. Like really, if a court... that's the way I always try to think of it when I'm really freaking out or really upset. Is like,
what
would a court do?
What is she saying?
They are not, like staying in your lane.
This is her video that people paying watch.
I'm not even burping. It's just like air.
That's what a burp is.
Some people are so crazy. Sorry guys, I get reading them and I forget I'm doing this.
Dear.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a really good one. I want to know your
stay in your lane.
This is opinion on this. Buying
your gazes.
Kids' clothes is a hassle.
What? She can't even read a sentence. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Okay, basically, when you buy your kids clothes or anything, and then they take it to the other house, and then you never see it again. That is something actually I will say him and I are very OCD about. Like, he picks things and I pick things. I don't really care as much about.
This is so sad. Look at the overarching thing. This is so sad for these kids. Like, this is what they're worried about. Like, okay, I buy stuff and then he buys stuff and then there's stuff and this is stuff. Like, this is what you're worried about. Why don't you worry about your kids? Like, this is so crazy to me. Wow. Like, they're so unfocused on the real issues.
Like, if I don't see them again, I have kept clothes for a really long time for the kids, so I have quite a bit of clothes where he has like a lot less things. Like, I think he just went
they spend less time there
shopping for them recently. Or I think Addie actually took the kids shopping. But anyways, at one point they had very little clothes there, so when the clothes would leave, he would just be like, okay, I need the back, or they're literally not going to have anything to wear. So I always tried to, when I washed it, if I noticed it was his, I kept it in his bag, and then I would always give it to him when he saw them on the weekend. But I definitely understand that frustration. There has been a few items that I've spent a lot of money on, or I know they just don't kind of keep an eye on things over there, like as far as clothes go.
Stay in your lane, Kyra. You're not staying in your lane right now. Okay, like I know they throw some stuff out, or they just like they're not keeping an eye on my kids and their stuff, you know. But stay in your lane.
So things just get lost easy, which with kids it does happen. But when if something is more expensive, or if it was a gift, I try to keep it here, just because otherwise I don't know if I'll ever see it again. And
stay in your lane.
That risk.
Stay in your lane. Every time she says something, every time she gets out of her lane, that's a reminder to stay in her lane.
But an idea that I used to do was, if he sent them in clothes, I would put them back in those clothes to go back over there, or vice versa, if that makes sense. Realistically, it's really hard to keep 100.
How can you be vice versa? Do you know what vice versa means? Or vice versa? She's so stupid. So this is what vice versa means. So she's like, okay, I would keep them in the clothes that they belong to Oscar and they'd send them, or vice versa. Clearly it's not vice versa if you're just complaining about him not giving back stuff. So don't say vice versa when you don't know what it means.
% separated, but if you pay attention, there is ways.
If you say vice versa too many times, it doesn't make any sense anymore. Vice versa, vice versa.
A bag on the back of the bedroom door is a way I've done it before, things like that. The lack of effort from him. Okay, so I think this is a frustration about this girl's co-parent. Almost always cancels on his weekends and no child support. My advice would to be... You can't delve out advice on this, Kyra. Because you don't suffer through the same affliction of having a deadbeat dad. Oscar's not a deadbeat. He'll take his kids. I don't think you can pay support because you guys split the things equal 50-50. But Oscar, I just hope you know that that's coming down the pike, my friend. She's going to be getting money from you. I promise. So get your 50-50 custody back. I'm serious. Anyway, don't take advice from Kyra either. Again, you can't have them then. That's a really hard one for me.
See? She just gave legal advice, which was illegal. You can't have him then, she said. That would be considered kidnapping then, and then the cops would be involved. So don't ever listen to anything Kyra has to say, because what she just told her stupid fan, who clearly wants her advice, which is crazy to me, is that then he can't have him anymore. That's what she just said. Oscar, I hope you're saving these little clips for a court.
Because, people have given me that advice of, like, at certain times, like, well, just say no.
See? Are you staying in your lane here, Kyra? Are you staying in your lane? She just low-level threw shade Oscar. People have given me that advice. So she's saying that Oscar cancels on them.
Or this or that. And I'm like, but I don't want my kids. This is like one thing to... What would your kids think in the future if you made this choice, right?
Your kids are going to hate you, by the way, Kyra. I don't know if you knew that. Just letting you know.
Again, sometimes that there's exceptions to every rule. But I do try to think, like, I don't want my kids to ever... And I know to this day... They could never say, and I'm so grateful for this, that I tried to stop that relationship or take them away or not
we don't believe you.
Allow him. I've always encouraged, I've always helped, but there is a certain point, and I don't know if this is your situation, where it can be damaging for them because, especially as they get older, they kind of realize, but then there's a benefit to that.
Finish the damn thought, please. Please!
In a weird way, because then they realize, like, okay, and they'll come up with their own boundaries. Like, okay, fine. I'm sick of you coming around when you want, and kids do get to that age. And so that is a hard one because I say set back boundaries, but even for me personally, I have had times where I'm not able to do that. So
stay in your lane.
Encourage the relationship when you can until it becomes damaging. Or eventually your kid will see for themselves and
don't listen to Kyra.
That decision for yourself.
Here's what Kyra just said. Look, guys, I don't know. Don't listen to anything I say.
My dad never spoke poorly about my mom. And you guys, if you knew my mom...
We know, you've spoken poorly about your mom.
When I was growing up, horrible. So, the fact that my dad...
You're horrible. I don't know if Kyra sees this, and it really sucks that she doesn't, but she literally became her mom. Only in a different way. Maybe not drugs, but definitely with alcohol and partying, sex addictions and everything else. You became your mother, Kyra. And I know she probably hates to hear that, but that's literally what you did. You threw your family away. You took someone else's husband. You cheated on Oscar. You now engage in debauchery that's crazy that the whole world knows about. Okay? I'm sorry, but you are a hypocrite.
Even when I would, even as an adult, even now, he will barely say anything, and if he does, it's like even still way too nice, and I'm like, okay, I give you permission. Like, you can't.
I give you permission to throw mom under the bus, okay? Speak badly about her, okay? Let's do this.
And
wow, Kyra, you're so crazy.
Now that I'm in my own kind of co-parenting relationship, which isn't nearly like that, but regardless, I'm like, I got to figure that out for myself, and I was never resentful of my dad. You know, I was able to just figure out who she was on my own, and it does happen.
And your kids will too. She's like, I don't think she realizes what she's saying. Do you think, Kyra, I have a question for you. Maybe one of your fans can ask this. Do you honestly think your kids are going to agree with your lifestyle choices when they get older and start becoming sentient and understanding of their life and what you are? Do you think you're going to sit back and be like, Mom, did you really do all these things? Did you really have a vibrator ad next to pictures of us on Instagram? Did you really do these things? Did you really take us out of school because you couldn't afford it, but then get fake breasts? Did you really, buy 3 cars and then within a year? Did you really, take in our nanny's husband and marry him? Did you really do all that? Do you think your kids are going to be okay with the choices that you make, Kyra? You crazy. Crazy you are. Yoda would say that.
He gets guided easily by his own parents' opinions over mine and can't make own decisions. Again, it's a man thing. I don't know.
You're so silly. You're projecting is what you're doing here. Because we don't see that with Oscar. And she's like, it's all men are the worst, right?
I feel like as a mom, you just know. Like, no, my kid's not doing that. Or
what?
Like, this is how I parent. Whatever it is, right? Like, you're stern most of the time on your choices.
Are you stern on your choices there, threesome lady?
And men are like,
fart sniffer?
You think? Maybe I should.
She literally opens a cupboard. There's like snacks for lunch and then libido pills. Cool.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my God, what? Like, I don't know. I think that's what everybody thinks.
Nothing you said there made any sense.
Sorry.
As usual.
I can't be helpful there.
Yeah, you're not helpful at all, ever. Never have you ever been once ever helpful.
Consistency is key and also causes less fallouts. I do agree.
Stay in your lane.
Set routines and try to stick to it as much as you can.
Oh my gosh.
I co-parent, but not with my ex, with his girlfriend. He's a piece of shit. She's amazing.
All men are evil.
As a child of divorce, make sure to be extra cautious of not saying things like, you're just like your dad. I agree. Like,
you don't agree. You're lying. This whole video is she threw Oscar under the bus. I mean, she didn't blatantly come out and say, Oscar's a pig. But there's been so much misandry in this video. Also, like, low-level shading. Also this, and the other thing. I'm sorry. Kyra does. She does it. Maybe she doesn't even know she does it. And that's actually scarier. That's way scarier.
What you say to your kids is so important.
You're so much like your dad. Well, thanks. Because the alternative over here, press taint. If that's the alternative, I'd rather be like my dad then. Cool. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for the uplifting messages.
Like, I feel like I've seen so many situations. I've been a part of situations of just like the parent. I've been around as an adult, like, parents who had got a divorce, like, saying horrible things either about the dad or to the child, like being like their dad, like things like that. It's borderline evil. Like,
are you serious right now? This is, again, narcissistic gaslighting behavior. She just did that in this video. Maybe not to her children, but to the internet, which is forever. So come on, like, you gotta be out of your mind. Everything inside of her brain's like she doesn't. There's no coherent thoughts ever that come out of her head. And with a forehead that big, you think there'd be something in there.
I can't imagine myself doing it, and maybe it's innocent, I don't know, but don't do that.
You do it. You just did it in this video. Wow.
I should do like a reacting to hate videos, you guys. Like,
yeah, I would actually pay to see that. I'd pay money to see that.
Some of the hate I get is wild. Like,
do you don't think you deserve to be called out for what you did? Is that what you're trying to say here? Wild. Kyra, we're just being real here. I'm just saying what everybody's thinking.
Obviously, I've been on social media for a long time now, like 8+ years maybe.
It's time to leave.
And
that window has passed you over.
I've gotten hate all throughout that. But in the last, gosh, I don't know, year, 2 years, whatever it's been.
It's odd. In the last, let's bring it back to where this all started. Like, you're putting it together, you get the puzzle pieces together, click, 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 connect the dots. Oh, when I threw my family under the bus, stole my nanny's husband, and got with Preston. That's, oh man, making so much more sense now. You idiot.
I get the craziest, concerning, craziest hate. That's just like, I honestly, there's times on a deep level where I'm like, I feel so bad for the world. Like, I just feel like everybody's in like shit.
You feel bad for the world. Kyra, look what you have put into the world. Okay? Nothing good. 0. Okay, and look what you've done to your children. Okay, bad. Look what you did to your best friend, Hannah. You stole her husband. Cool. You cheated on Oscar. All the people who loved you, all the people who were stood by your side, you threw them all away for sweaty taint. It's crazy to me.
Place, you know, like so many people are angry, and I think that's why these days there's so much hate online, because people are so upset and angry at their own lives, you know?
No, we're not angry at our own lives. People, like, you know what? It's important to call her out for this behavior, because we can never normalize what she's doing. And that's important. Honestly, it is. If people were all on her side all the time, then I would have zero faith, almost losing faith in humanity as it is, but I would have zero faith in humanity. The reason why people do this is because it's not okay. The reason why people get called out for certain things is because it's not okay, and we need to make it known so the next person's like, oh, I don't want to do that, right? There are social norms that are held up by us calling that out. Does that make sense? People calling out crappy behavior, that's kind of important to societal norms. It really is. It's called accountability, and she doesn't want any of it.
Not you being a TikTok trend for a relationship that's over a year old.
She's like, it's only, who cares if it's over a year old? Does it really matter how old it is? You did something dirty and people call you out for it. You live on the internet. This is what happens.
Okay, I don't know how, but I haven't seen myself pop up on TikTok, but I've had other people tell me about like certain videos.
You've seen it. Don't lie.
And the amount of views it gets, and I'm like, should I make my own videos about myself? Yes,
so we can snark on them. But she's like, people are getting paid for me being a dickhole, but, you know, maybe I should be paid for being a dickhole. That's what she's saying right now. Like, I need to capitalize on my dickholeness.
And, like, just make up shit about myself, because I cannot imagine the money that people are making from this bullshit. Like,
well, maybe you shouldn't have done this then. You know, start with exploiting children, then move on into this territory. You made your bed. Thanks.
It's crazy. Hurt people. Yes, that is a...
Every influencer who gets haters says this exact phrase. Hurt people. Like, are you saying that you're hurt because you absolutely hurt Oscar? You hurt your family. You hurt Hannah. You hurt everybody in your life. You have no friends left. So are you saying that you're hurt? Interesting.
Good lesson to...
What a hypocrite. You know, she doesn't even see the irony in her saying that right there. She is zero wherewithal. Like... nothing. I don't even, what do you mean? A hypocrite. You gotta be kidding me right now. She's like, hurt people. Hey, Kyra, I have a question for you. Have you ever hurt anybody recently? Recent memory? No? Okay, just checking.
Learn early on.
Do you think she would honestly answer that question with no, I have not hurt anybody? Do you think she'd say that? I think she'd answer it honestly. Say, yeah, I have hurt people. She would.
I don't feel like I've ever intentionally hurt somebody.
Ah, so she's gonna lie right now. Interesting. I didn't think she'd do that 2 seconds ago. Now I'm like, oh, wow, I guess she would. I would not intentionally hurt somebody, except I would cheat with people. So that's intentionally hurting somebody. How you got Oscar too. And Oscar again. And Oscar intentionally hurt his girlfriend by cheating with you too. So it's his fault too. But you intentionally did it. You intentionally cheated on Oscar with your nanny's husband. That's intentional. You intentionally hurt somebody. So, you know, you can't, and then you can't be like, well, I didn't mean to. Well, yes, you did. I mean, yes, you did.
But, you know, when I've, like, maybe talked more shit or been more of a bitch, like, usually it's because of my internal issues. So, it made me realize when people are hating on me.
I think she just had a realization. Like, so, oh my gosh. I think she just had an epiphany. Oh my God, I'm an idiot.
First of all, half those people are like 10. The other half have like something wrong with them because I don't understand.
10? What? You haters, you mean?
How some of them are like adults sitting there talking. And
You're wearing a onesie. Don't talk to me about being an adult, okay? I can't read the comments. I hate it.
It's truly crazy. But
it's crazy. Right? Are you honored? I'm sure you're honored. Are you honored that you used to have fans and now everybody hates you? Is that something that honors you?
One thing I will say that I love about it, weirdly, is, or I guess I should say that I have learned from it that I love, is now when I see certain things online happening that are really big deals, I realize, like, what if it's the complete opposite?
Right? Like my case. What if it's the complete opposite, where Oscar's the one who cheated with our nanny? What if it was the opposite? What she's trying to say here is that everything that we think went on is the opposite. That's what she's trying to say right now. She's like, well, this is because they don't know the truth. And so it's got to be, we know the truth. Okay? There's literally eyewitnesses. If you guys go back to the video where that person came on and whistle blew about the threesome in Vegas thing, why they were all drinking, probably half smashed. And in my opinion, I think most people tell the truth when they're drunk. Like, drunk people don't really tell a lot of lies. Okay? From my experience growing up with alcoholics, the truth comes out when the booze starts rolling. That's basically my experience. And I'm not saying that's for everybody, but I think that's a universally well-known truth. That when alcohol lubes it up, right? You just say things you shouldn't be saying. You're telling truths you shouldn't be saying. And they told this person that they had been in a relationship for like, I think 8 or 9 months. And that would set them back from like 3 to 4 months before they announced their separation. So, Kyra, you're crazy.
Again, I've compared it to this before, and I'm in no way a celebrity, so don't think
we know you're not.
In this way, okay? Don't spin it and twist it. But
we won't twist it.
But like,
you're a loser.
You see those celebrity documentaries, and you're like, what? I didn't think that. I didn't know that. She was, oh, I thought it was you know, when you watch.
No, we don't know what you're saying. You're being weird.
Watch that, and it's like, that's kind of how this is.
Is that how this is? You're a celebrity. We're all spinning it. Kyra, let's do the hard truths. Because you're not going to admit that you cheated. You know, you probably never will because you just don't want to. So let's even take that out of the equation. Okay? It doesn't matter if you take it out of the equation. You still did what you did. You had a best friend who was your nanny. And you are now going to marry that person, her husband. So take all that stuff away. And then you sat down with Oscar because I'm just going to try to find myself. Like, I'm not interested in dating anybody. You like lied to everybody. We can just go back and watch it. You lied to everybody because at that moment you said you didn't want to date anybody, you were literally with Preston. So, okay.
Actually, it's totally how this is. So I'm just like,
she's so bad. She's so bad at this. So bad at this. And good.
It makes me realize how maybe there's things I believe that are so wrong.
Yeah, like stealing other people's husbands.
You know.
Maybe you think that's right? Is that weird? She always looks at the comments when she reads, she's like, braids are like,
oh my God, I love that.
I can't read the comments.
But yeah, like, it's just, I just think everybody, you know, don't believe everything you see online, right? But I really think people don't, like, they're saying it, but people don't believe that, you know?
We believe it because we have proof. So believe what you see online if there's evidence and proof for it, which we have in spades for what you've done. Are you saying don't believe our own eyes? Is that what you're telling us? In our ears? Okay. We'll listen to you.
Or, I'm sorry, the meanest people on the internet have in their bios, like, be the good, or...
She's actually right about that. It's hilarious. You see some of these people, like, in snark forums, if you find them on Instagram or, like, reach out to them, they're hater. Like, she's so right. This is the only thing Kyra's ever been right about. It's like, John 3:16, and then the comments like, get effed, I can't believe you cussed out Dalla vlogs or whatever.
Like Bible verses, and it's like, oh yeah, rocks. You know, stupid. Kind of reminds me of something I saw on TikTok today. This is funny. It was like, something about people... Like, you can't be doing math and writing Bible verses on your Facebook page. Like,
I mean, you can physically do those things.
It just, you know, it just doesn't. I don't know how it ended up on my For You page.
Because you're looking at meth things. Because you look like a meth head.
But it doesn't work. And that's such a thing.
You know what else doesn't work? Stealing other people's husbands and throwing your family away and then thinking you're the good person on the other side. That also doesn't work. Stay your lane.
The Bible quotes, I know.
I know.
But you are not being...
Like, look at this. Look at this smugness on this girl's face. Like, you're not sitting here in debauchery in a house with 6-foot ceilings because you threw away your perfect life for taint. Get wrecked.
Good right now. You are not being the change. You are being the problem. Okay?
Kyra, you're the problem too. Agreed. Probably don't put Bible scriptures and then do that. I get it. But have a little humility, Kyra. You have zero humility in this, and that's why people hate you. You're a cocky, stubborn, gaslighting narcissist, and that's why people hate you, because you honestly think you're a good person. That's the craziest part.
Wait. Anyways, I'm getting overly tired.
You're getting cocky is what you're doing. You think you're all that in a bag of chips, and you're none of that and a bag of dog poop.
So, I love you guys. Thanks for always putting up with me.
She keeps going.
I'd say don't look at your page. It's definitely disturbing. I definitely won't. I also don't. I don't mean this in a way.
I think she's talking about Reddit, because I had to fast forward. I'm getting old. Don't look at your Reddit page. She's on her Reddit page more than anybody else. Okay? I was actually in my Reddit page, my Reddit hate forum, answering questions, rebutting, debating, calling people losers. They kicked me out for my thing. So, like, hey, you want a page? You want me to interact with you? I finally go and interact with them. Like, boot him out. That's such cowards, right? So, but she's definitely in that page.
Time, but I literally, actually, physically don't. The only time I have time to like do stuff is when I'm eating food. I can like throw on TikTok, or when I'm going to the bathroom. So those are not the times that I would hop on that. Ever. They think you showed too much of your boobs.
She's all surprised. What do you mean, too much of my boobs? This whole video has been like, boobs! Look at the boobs! They're gonna do this! What do you mean I showed too much of my? We literally saw your scars and your nipples on YouTube. All you do is you got the boobs for this reason, though, Kyra. Why are you so surprised? You're feigning like, oh, how dare they notice that I got boobs?
Oh my god!
And then
first of all,
she just said, "What do you mean I showed them off too much?" First of all, here they are.
Look at how covered they are. I can be like showing.
How did you get fake boobs that look like they're that low? I don't know how else to say this. Not that I'm against that. Just saying. But you paid for that. So I just think... Did you go to the surgeon from Wish?
Paid for them. I am so happy about them.
We know.
Confident about
so why did you feign such disgust when someone said you showed your boobs off too much? And now you're like, how dare you? But yes, also correct.
Them, and I can show them if I want to show them. Like the fact that people... Those are the same... Wait a minute. Okay, we have another thing. Those are the same bitchy Beckys that are literally in their bios like...
What?
What the fuck?
What?
I can't even think of it.
Live, love, laugh.
You know, like show, free the nipple, and like.
I think they mean free the nipple for like breastfeeding. I think is that what it is?
Feminism. Oh, but then they're like, oh, really? You feel good about yourself? Well.
Do you feel good about yourself, Kyra? There's no way she does. You know she cries herself to sleep, right?
You're ugly. Okay, I'm confused. Or are you?
No. You are definitely confused.
That's my new thing. Are you confused?
No, we're not confused.
Yes, body positivity. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, they're like...
Yeah, body positivity. Here's body positivity. If you don't like your body, change it. Positivity. You can't make it up, folks. If you're for positive, like she's like, I'm body positivity. So did you like your body before? No, I hated it, so I changed it. Positivity.
You're showing your thigh. How dare you?
Oh, he's flushing the toilet in here.
Body positivity. It's only body positivity when it benefits you.
Your forehead wrinkles are like, it's like you turned into a transformer.
No, not fair. What about me? You know?
No, I don't know.
Truthfully, guys, also, I don't show off my boobs that much.
Tyson, if you're editing this, you've almost edited all the Kyra videos. Do you agree with her statement? Like, does anybody agree with her statement right here? Are you kidding? Then why'd you get him? You're a liar. You're out of your mind. She's, again, pathological liar. She honestly thinks she's telling the truth right now. She literally in her brain is like, yeah, I'm telling the truth.
Like, I don't even... I've done like one photo shoot that's so got taken off, but after everybody saw, I'm like, I do you still love that?
She's all like, it got reported taken off, but you selfish. I win there. Did you win there? Is that your win?
Addison Rae.
Take the L.
People always have something to say, so it's not.
So do you. Like, are you serious right now? People, you've had something to say this whole video against everybody. People always have something to say, like, say something less.
I'm not, like, super worried about it, and it's not something I think too much about when I talk to you guys.
It's all you think about, Kyra, because you make all your videos are about it. There's not been one video yet that we've done that she hasn't talked about the hate that she gets, so spare me.
It's funny because you guys bring it up, and I do love.
Oh, but it's because you guys bring it up. It's not because I care. It's because you guys bring it up, right? Yeah, it's all you. You guys' fault.
I do love sharing my opinion, but at the end of the day, I could show me drinking coffee. I could sit here and just drink this, and there would be things to hate about
because you're very much hateable. I mean, you're a gross person. So people call you out. Enjoy it.
Because that's just how it works, And that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because
you're not okay with that. I don't give a crap anymore. She's done. So there you go, everybody. Part 2 in the bag. Kyra is a moron. And stay in your own lane. Okay? And stop gaslighting and be a narcissist. You need to go get help. I don't think she's in therapy anymore, and she should probably be in therapy still. So anyway, enjoy your Saturday video, everybody. I've got lots to do today. I'm doing saw fit. I've never done it before, but probably gonna mess it up. But I'm gonna work hard. I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. Fall is coming. Get into those sweaters. Go for walks. Go to pumpkin patches, apples, and hang out with the kids. Make pies. Make apple crisp. But if you're gonna do pie or apple crisp, hear me out, okay? Don't cut huge slices of apple. Dice those little things into little tiny cubes, okay? Do that for me. Take a deep breath. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making fun of Kyra with me. It's fun. She's dumb, but you're not. And I will see you when I see you.